Hey guys, it's Christmas Eve. This is BW and we're back out here in the garage. It's been a while since I've been in the garage. You guys know my arm's been a little messed up. Turns out the biceps got a little tear, but it felt good enough today for me to come out and get started. So I went ahead and washed all that transmission fluid off of these chrome parts that I'm experimenting with. And I washed them and I polished them up. We're gonna take a look at those and see how they came out. It's a mixed bag of nuts there. There's another project we're gonna get started on. So why don't you stick around and check us out. Alright guys, well I wanted to bring you off the camera, bring you down, show you the chrome pieces and how they turned out. You know, it's a mixed bag of nuts really. They're okay. They're used parts. That's the best thing I can say to describe them right now. They're 5-footers. How do we say about that? All right. So if you stand back and you look at this one, overall, wow, that's not too bad, right? I got the new lenses in there for effect, just sitting in there. But when you come right up on them, they've got pitting issues. I mean, you can see the pitting right there. It's real bad right there. It actually went through. There's a tiny hole. I mean, the electrolysis really got to it. Right there, it's got its issues. But we shined them up the best we could. It looks like somebody else got after these pretty good. They got some scratches in there. And I polished on them as long as I could, but you know, it is what it is. They're used parts. They're 70 plus years old. This one's a little bit worse with the electrolysis and pitting. If you look up under here, look, that's real bad in there. It's super bad right there. But other than that, I mean, it's just old, wore out chrome. But we polished it up the best we could. So it's a gasser. So we're gonna go with these for now. With the new lenses in there from like 5 feet back, they look okay. And like I say, they're shiny in spots. You can see like the reflections of the Mooney and everything on there. They reflect okay. They just got the little minute issues. Same thing with these rings. They're pretty good. There's some major pitting down here, right in there. But overall, not too awful bad. They really got a nice glare to them. You know, 70, 75-year-old used parts. They are what they are. So we're building a gasser. They're pretty cool, so we're gonna roll with them. I went ahead and I utilized you guys, you know. Chevelle Ranch suggested I soak them in the ATF, which I did for over a week because, I mean, a little longer than I really wanted to because I just couldn't get out here with my arm. And then Chop Shop Phil said, hey man, clean them up with some quadruple zero steel wool. So I bought some and that's what I did. I cleaned all the ATF off and then I cleaned them with soap and water, and then we went after it with the steel wool a little bit, and then we finished them off with some Neverdol. So that's what we got. I like using you guys' ideas. Come out pretty darn good. 75-year-old parts with these kind of problems and pitting, I can't complain, man. Look how cool they look, nice and clean. A couple feet away, they look pretty cool. It's a gasser. Oh, let me show you. I didn't do the grill yet. We'll get to the grill. We're gonna pull that off. I think we're just gonna soap and water the grill and then hit it with the wool. And then after we hit it with the wool, we'll Neverdol. It looks like the front's still all chrome, but if you look at it like this way, it's a little duller, like a gray. Maybe somebody either hit it with a paint or something, maybe that chrome paint, you know, they got. But the front is all still good, but I think that somebody hit the backside of the grill with, you know, some kind of paint or something at one time. So we might just leave it on there. I still need the hood bar. I don't have a hood bar yet, but we'll get to it. We'll get one. But we'll clean this up later. Like I say, we got a ton of stuff to keep us going. Still getting ready. I got to order a bunch of stuff, guys. With that house and everything, it's just been crazy, me trying to balance everything. But I'm going to get a big order together. I got to get my steering column. I keep telling you guys that. I promise I'm buying it. I just got a coupon from Dan Chunk, so I'm going to try to get it from them. We'll see what they say. I'm going to call after Christmas. Right around then, you know, the sales might get a little bit better. I'm a little tight that way. I try to get a good deal. Anyway, let me go ahead and get this cleaned up. I want to put these parts in a drawer, and then I want to bring you back in and show you what we're going to get started on next. Just give me a minute. All right, guys, while I was in the process of starting the setup for the next job, I want to start fitting the glass on this driver's side back. I wanted to get this frame welded out and get it done with. But it's Christmas Eve. The wife said the son's on his way over in a little bit and she wants me to get in the house and get ready. She's right, it is the holiday, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make some brackets this weekend to hold the glass. I gotta figure out how this goes together, and I'm gonna need a hand holding it so nothing gets broke, or hopefully we don't break a piece of glass. This is my first time ever trying to put a stationary piece of glass in a Tri-5 Chevy, let alone a new quarter that's had the window tore out and put back in. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys this week. All right, guys. Well, it's actually 2 days later, and we're back out in the garage playing around. I'm trying to make this side glass for the quarter fit on this passenger side. I wish I'd have left that old frame in there now that I think about it. I mean, this is a tough job. I'll just bring it down off and show you. I verified the glass is cut correctly because I checked and I fitted the passenger side and it works great. The problem is these double bends that we had to do by hand, because when you get the new quarter, the flange comes flat. Remember, we went through that before. You have to make this bend over, down, then back up and around. It's really tough to try to do. So we've already tried bending this twice. We're kind of close and kind of not. That's the best way to describe it. There's a lip on this stationary glass seal because I'm not putting the winders back in, and it just plops down on here and it makes a vapor seal to keep the water and moisture out of the car. It's not gonna pop up on. It will in places, but there's not enough rubber to make up for these spaces. You can see, and I've already made a marker line. You can see right here, coming down through here. And I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to make a wafer cut right there, tap the metal over, and then try to refit it that way. Start right here. I have a gap right here. I don't want to fool with that yet until I see how much that brings this over a little bit. We're pretty good up top, up through here, and then it starts to open back up right about there again. And then I'm a little bulky right here. I got to play with this right here at some point. But I think the first thing I want to do is try to iron this out right along here. And I'll have to bring the glass back out for that. I just have it setting in there. I made these rinky-dink brackets like right here to kind of hold it. This one doesn't even fit right now. I'm not really happy with the way they turned out, so I'll probably remake those. I was just messing around. I got it held with a pry bar and one of these brackets up front right now. So I'm gonna pull them back out, pull the glass out. I'm gonna make a wafer cut, see what it does, and then bring you guys back in. I may not get this job done today. I'm just playing around. I got some other stuff to do, but I feel like I really owe you guys a video, so I'm trying to get something up to you. So just give me a few minutes and I'll be right back. Okay guys, well, I made a couple moves and it's starting to look a little bit better. I'm calm now. I was a little freaked out. I'm like, my window ain't gonna fit. It's starting to come back together. Remember, everything's fixable, guys. All right, so what I did was I took a wafer wheel cut from right about here all the way down through here, and then I tapped it over. I put a couple tacks here, and this made a huge improvement, right? Okay, now I'm still a little, if you look here, you're like, yeah, but you're still away right here, and I'm gonna show you that. So I made a little cut right here because it was bulky, right where this little dip in it is. So I took a little cut and I hit that over. All right, so that's pretty good. Now, it was still hitting in through here. So I took a wafer cut from here right into the beginning of the curve. And you'll see I didn't tack this yet. It's still a little bit away. I could push that over where I'm going to tack it. And if I do that, you'll see, look how nice that is. All right, it's pretty good the whole way down through there. That lip will definitely work, that rubber lip. I'm not even going to attempt to do the lip until I get this all corrected. What I'd like to see happen is the glass sit flat against here and the rubber touch everywhere, and then I'll flip up the seal piece and make sure it fits real nice before I take it out and pack it back away. But we're getting to the phases where we're going to get this body together and all the body work, so we just want to make sure this glass on this window is gonna fit. I already know it's gonna fit on the other one. I just took this over there. Now the seal's on backwards, but I just put it up against there. It falls right in place. It's really nice. I'm a little concerned right here yet. I might have to reshape a little bit here. It's a little low. I can bring it up a little bit with the bar. I think it's enough. All right. And I'm told that the Tri-5 guy told me this little pucker in this corner is normal. So whenever I pull it out, it'll sit down when it gets some heat on it, I think. So, but we're getting better every time we play with this thing. So we're really good from here to here. It just starts to open back up right here to here. And I think if I just play with this a little bit, that'll come in. The only one I might have to reshape a little bit is right down here. We'll see what happens, all right? So, but we're happy with it right now. All right, so let me get this on there. We have my son and his friend Amanda from the services home coming over for dinner, so I gotta go in and get cleaned up. I'm gonna put this video up because I haven't had anything up in a while. And we'll continue working on this window together later in the week. At the end of this video, I'm going to attach what I've been doing down there at that 1926 house that was built in 26. I mentioned it on live and people seemed interested in seeing what I'm doing down there. So I made a little video down there. Check it out. I'll see you guys next time. All right, guys, I'm at the house. I just pulled into the driveway. It's got its own little garage, as you can see. Old corrugated material roof, I don't know, with lead. Look at that lead flashing on all the points. Roof don't leak, we're leaving it alone. Yeah, but there's the bricking. If you notice the bricking, my wife's grandparents made every single brick for this house homemade. I asked my father-in-law, I'm like, well, where's the mold for it? And he said that when he was a teenager back in the 40s or 50s, he sold it for scrap. I could kill him for it. He didn't know any better back then. But yeah, take a look. Beautiful house. I mean, 2-story, got a full basement. We just got the windows put in. It's even new basement windows. All right. Wait till we get inside. Wait till you see the amount of work it took to put this central air unit in and forced air. We took out the old boiler and all that stuff. When we get inside, you'll be able to see. Just figured I'd do a nice walk around the outside of the house for you real quick. All brand new windows that we got in. Top and bottom floor. Just put this door in a couple weeks ago. Still haven't put the brick mold on. My father-in-law is working on cutting the brick mold to form the bricks, because you can see the texture on them. All right, little awning we picked up. There's another shot of all the windows, and I'll stand back and show you the house real quick in a minute here, and we'll walk right up to it together. All right, there you go. And there's the other side of the house. I gotta get that, we got a roofer coming. It has a new roof, but I gotta get that old satellite thing off. Wanted to show you this on the sidewalk real quick, 1926. The 6 just popped off this last storm. I think I hit it with the shovel. I got it in the toolbox and I'll glue it back in. That's sidewalk's original to the house. All right, so there you go, there's the porch. Got a tub on the porch right now. That was actually in the basement. I just drug it up here. It's a brand new tub. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but I just left it on the porch till I figure it out. There you go. All right, I'll bring you guys in just a minute when I get inside the house. All right, guys, well, I just walked in. This is the old back porch that they enclosed a long time ago. It's got a crappy bathroom in here that I'm gonna, let me turn the light on. It's a little small bathroom my father-in-law threw in. It used to be an apartment where he would rent out, and he had to throw a bathroom in for the downstairs. It used to have baseboard boiler heat. We had that pulled out. There's the first vent for the heater. They come in here. I'm gonna put new floor and everything in here. There's where the old baseboard was. We'll put another one there. This is all cement wall right here, because like I say, this all used to be a porch. We're just gonna make it into a laundry room. And this is like the old kitchen, but it's just gonna be like an area for my son to have a table and some things like that. And he'll have a laundry room out here when we get it going. And got into the wall a little bit to put a new switch in. I put 3-way switch in. I just got a little $1.50 thing up there until I get a chance to fix the ceiling and walls, and then we'll put a nice fixture I have for it up. But it's on a 3-way switch. So this would be the top one here. It's a double switch. This is a 3-way and a single pole. This is for the light outside for it to get in. And this one's for the laundry room. It's just a single pole. All right. Now these had 9-foot ceilings. This is gonna be the new kitchen, guys. It was the old dining room. These had 9-foot ceilings. You can see I just studded out and dropped it down to 8 foot so that we could put all the duct work in for the heater for the upstairs. Plus get all the wiring run. These lights are on a 3-way switch right here in the wall. This is a cement wall. I had to cut a trench in it to put the wires in, get behind in there. There, the lights are on for you. All right. Like I say, they're on a 3-way. I learned how to do all this while I'm just BW. I'm not an electrician, but I learned how to do it. So this is on a 3-way switch, and it had 3 entrances to this kitchen, so I had to put one on each one. So the center one's always a 4-way. Anybody interested in that, I can show you how to do that. Just let me know. Then, you know, over here you can shut the lights on and off at any switch. Be a second switch. There's going to be an island here, and I just got a wire loose up there until I know where to put the box. My wife's son and my father-in-law are all going to go get this kitchen laid out, and when they get it laid out, then I'll know where to put that box. All right. And you come into here. This is going to be his entertainment room. If you look here, we just took this window out finally. Like I said, out back was a porch years ago. And this had a window. I still have the window in the basement. I mean, the glass looks all fallen. You know how old glass looks. So I had to take the frame out. Now I got to try to blend that all in whenever I get going here. But it's the same thing here. Okay, so this first switch is going to be for a ceiling fan right there. These ones operate the lights for in here and in the front room. All right, we'll go into the front room and I'll show you. And you can see, first of all, that I dropped this ceiling as well for all the duct work and lighting and wiring and stuff like that. We're gonna leave this nice archway in here. And we'll get it all painted up nice. These are old plaster lath walls, you can see. All new windows. I got to paper the rest of them so the dust don't get on the new windows. But you can see I dropped this ceiling as well for all the duct work. All right. Then I have the same setup for the light switches back here behind this cut table. And it's the same situation. It'll turn the lights on in that room, this room, turn them off and off. And that very first switch is going to be for the ceiling fan that's going to be right there. Now this is the entranceway. I don't know what you want to call this, the foyer. We left it a 9'2" ceiling vaulted, all right? But I had to make a little tunnel and extend this opening right here. There used to be a wall here, guys. You can see on the floor, because like I said, my father-in-law had this broke up into 2 apartments. He had a downstairs and an upstairs. So it was blocked off right here where the new kitchen's gonna be, and it was walled off right here, where there was a door to get into this apartment, and the upstairs was to get upstairs. All right, so we got rid of all that, and I left the ceiling tall here in the foyer, but I had to extend it over because the first little room needed to get heater, so we had to bring it up through there, and then bring it out and bring it up through there. I'll get all this fixed. I figure I might just put a piece of 3/8 drywall right over it. Depends on how I can blend it in with the floor. I'm relatively new at this, so we'll do what we can do. This has old rain damage. I'll be ripping this wall out right here and you know, we're fixing it. You can see where some of the old heat pipe is still exposed. We'll be pulling that out. I still got a couple more heaters to take out. But let me bring you upstairs real quick. Alright. Gonna have a little wall right here that we're gonna add for the, that's just a big return for the heating. Alright. More new windows. Bathroom needs redone, as you can see. It has a square tub in there, and I don't know, some kind of mauve colored old toilet. It still has the old boiler heat radiant behind it. That's the second or third set. There's holes down there in the floor I could show you from the original. But yeah, I'll be ripping all this out. This is not a bearing wall. My father-in-law put this in, so I'll take it out. Because this used to be an apartment up here. You can see how I have the floor tore up here. I got rid of all the piping. This was actually an old little bedroom that was turned into a kitchen. I took all the gas out and everything like that. You can see I got a ton of wall work to do. This is an old plaster lath. There's a lot of cracks. A lot of this stuff, I don't know if I'm going to keep it in or take it out. But it was a shame. All this was tiled below. And when we tried to take the tile off, everything came. So it is what it is. This will lead up into the attic. All right. Put a light switch in here. You can see there's not much to it, just a big attic. Got all new wiring. I'm rewiring this whole house. It had old knob and tube in it. Now it's got all brand new wire. All my socket work is in 12. And my father-in-law is yelling it's overkill. And it probably is. But you can safely plug in a toaster oven to any one of these socket outlets. They're all 20 amp and they're on 12 wire. This is going to be my son's bedroom. It's the biggest one. Got a ton of wall work to do in here, as you can see. This right here is like the old plasters just popping off the walls. My father-in-law said it was because when they originally plastered this house, he said it got so cold the night they did it. A lot of the plaster was just no good, but I don't know. That's all right. Got to add a closet in here. We're going to put a closet against this wall, a nice 6-foot long closet. I got all the old doors to put back on, if you were wondering. They were off because, like I said, this was an upstairs living room. That was in a kitchen at one time. And here's another bedroom. All right. I got all new sockets, all new lighting. I just got an old light up there until we got brand new ceiling fans to put in up here. But I got a ton of wall work to do first. There's another 3-way switch. Like if you come, somebody knocks at the door in the middle of the night. This one's for that downstairs. And this one's for the hallway. So, you know, you can light up the downstairs from up here. Kind of nice. Like I said, I'm kind of proud of the wiring. I've never done it before. I'm putting 3-way switches in, 4-way switches, everything like that. You can see when we get down here. See how I kicked on that light from upstairs? Come down, you can answer your door, or if it's in the middle of the night and you just want to come down for a snack, you can still shut the lights off from down here or upstairs. All right. And lastly, come down into the basement. Basement's a little wet. We're waiting on the roofer to come, and I'll bring you back upstairs and show you that real quick. All right, come over here and turn the second set of lights on. I gotta put this on a 3-way. I did this when I first come down here just to have some lighting. There's the new furnace with the central air. All right, so we got a ton of work to do down here, but we'll get it. I got a brand new 200 amp service that I had put in professionally. Okay. This little house probably don't need 200 amp, but I'd rather have too much and not need it than not enough and need it. I'm bringing it right back upstairs and show you the roof real quick. I know this one's getting a little long in the tooth. I'll try to edit at it a little bit, but I've done so much down here. It's crazy. See if I can come to the back here. That's an old Yankee gutter system. They actually dam it up with a board, flash it, and they send water to a drain on the roof. Well, it got into it goes down through the soffits. Well, when the gutters clog up, guys, that's the kind of stuff that happens. If you'll notice, there's damage on all the corners of the house where the guttering comes down. Because through the years, it would clog up from that big tree out there and leaves and just make a mess of it. This whole wall is deteriorated in here, right to the brick. So if I was mad at my father-in-law for one thing, it was that he had a new roof put on and didn't have a new gutter system. But I got one coming. The guy's supposed to be here in the next 2 weeks or so. But that's what I got. This is what I'm working on when I'm not working on the car. I just figured I'd show you guys if anybody was interested. This is what I'm doing because I can't work on the car as much as I'd like to. All right, take care, everybody.